Let's do another money saving tips video this morning. We're going to talk about Christmas again. The other day we talked about babies and Christmas gifts. Now we're going to talk about your bigger kids and how you can save money this way. We're going to start by just a simple explanation. In our house, we do pretend Santa up until the kids figure out Santa isn't real. Once they figure that out on their own, then we have a conversation about you had fun pretending that Santa was real, so we're not going to mess it up for anybody else. Don't go, Santa's not real. Like, keep it to yourself. And so that's what we do in our house. In our house, Santa only brings stockings. So if in your house you have been doing Santa brings everything, pay attention to this one, because you can use this to say, hey, I haven't been fully truthful for you. When I give you like really big gifts at Christmas and say it's Santa, Santa just does stockings and I do the rest. So like this year I can't do whatever massive thing they're asking for. And Santa's not doing that. Santa just does stockings, and I've just been telling you he does everything else, and I just need to tell you that I do most of it and Santa just does stockings. So you can use that to kind of help yourself this year if you're used to doing really huge Christmases and maybe putting it on credit cards, or maybe you've had a job situation and you just don't have as much money this year. Whatever it is that makes you maybe need to scale it back, use that. Maybe not ruin the fun if you have little kids, but buy yourself a little grace with that too. So in our house, Santa does the stockings, and Santa is very practical, and your Santa can be practical too. So our Santa brings things like pencils and erasers and school supplies. We don't go fishing very often, but we go every once in a while. So sometimes Santa will bring bobbers and hooks and lures and that sort of thing for fishing. Santa always brings favorite candy. So chocolate or Jolly Ranchers or whatever the favorite candy is, Santa always brings that. Santa sometimes brings gloves or new warm hats. Santa is very practical with the stockings, okay? And your Santa can be practical too. It's okay. As far as the bigger gifts that we do for the kids, we go with something they want, something they need, something to wear, something to read. Something to read is obvious. We're going to get a book. Everybody gets a book every year. And some years it's like just a storybook. Some years it's a chapter book. Some years, like this year, two of them are getting drawing books. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be like elaborate, but they're going to get a book. Every year they get a book. Something they want, something they need, something to wear. Okay, the something to wear, this is going to be your practical things, like they're needing pants and shirts, they're needing a jacket, they're needing whatever. This is going to be practical things on the something to need. Something to wear is where you have more fun. If you have a kiddo that likes cowboy boots and the cowboy boots are worn out, this goes in the something to wear category. So you see that they're going to get clothes twice on this because they need clothes and they wear clothes. But the wear is like a nice church dress, or it's a belt or a cowboy hat or the cowboy boots, or for Gracie one year, she really wanted a matching set of pajamas, button-up shirt and pajama pants. Like, that was really important to her, so that was her something to wear. It was more fun. Princess dresses, Batman costume, whatever goes here, versus need, that's just day clothes here. And then something they want is a little trickier for us because we're kind of selective on what entertainment things come into our house. So just like I talked the other day about how babies don't need lights and sounds and bells and whistles because now the toy is playing and they're watching, the same is true as your kids get bigger. So we don't do things where the toy plays and they watch. And that includes video games and that sort of thing. Now, obviously, I know that they're involved with the video game. We have people that come through markets and different stuff, and they'll see our kids playing, and they're like, I wish my kids would do that instead of playing video games. They will, if that's their only option. A kid will pick up a stick and figure out how to entertain themselves if that's all they've got. So if your kids are asking for video games and you haven't done that yet, feel free to skip. It's okay. They will survive. It'll be okay. But there's something to want is going to be Legos, a doll, that sort of thing. We try not to make it clothes again. Some years the need is not going to be clothes. It's going to be things like bed sheets or a new blanket. Bath towels and rags can go in with stockings and just sit behind the stocking. You can get things that you're already needing in your house, and you can call it Christmas and make it fun. So if you would normally just buy all the same color bath towels, but we need bath towels this year, so now you get everybody's favorite color, that sort of thing. It does not have to be massive and elaborate. They want to open the gifts. They want to move on to eating some really good food. that sort of thing. So you don't have to spend a ton of money on this to still have a fun Christmas. I hope that helps.